All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Claire. I'm one of our rotations advisors with AMOpportunities. Thank you so much for joining our presentation today. Today, I'm just going to go through a brief presentation about AMO to give you all a little bit of a background about what we offer. And then we're going to have a Q&A session with our AMO ambassador, Margarita. So if you are not already familiar, AMOpportunities provides access to short-term clinical rotations in the United States. So these are both for medical students as well as medical graduates. We also offer rotations for nursing students, dentistry students, physical therapy students as well. So if you have ever tried to, find a clinical rotation, an away clinical rotation, not in your home country, we understand how difficult of a process that can be if you're trying to contact clinics and hospitals, trying to contact doctors individually. We know exactly how difficult that can be. So AMO will assist by offering guaranteed placements. We have over 300 different rotations on our platform. So we try to make it as simple as possible for you all to search, apply, and to reserve a rotation in a pretty quickly matter. We'll also provide support throughout the entire process. So once you sign up on our platform, you will be assigned an AMO advisor. So that's someone on my team. So we'll help you figure out which rotation is going to be the best fit for your needs. If there's a particular specialty that you're interested in or a particular city or state that you want to travel to in the United States, then we'll be able to help you through that process. Most individuals that do participate in our rotations do plan on applying to the match or for US residency in the United States. So these are a really great way of enhancing your CV, enhancing your resume, as well as earning a letter of recommendation, which are going to be absolutely essential if you do plan on applying for the match. But also, if you don't plan on applying, if you just plan on becoming a doctor in Honduras, in a different country, then this is also a really great way to just expand your medical knowledge and just learn more about the U.S. healthcare system. So these are just a few facts and figures about AMOpportunities. So we've had over 4,000 trainees complete a rotation with us since we were founded back in 2013. So it is our 10-year anniversary this year. And then just in 2022 alone, we had over 1,400 individuals complete a rotation. In that same year, we had an 80.6% match rate. So 80.6% of individuals that participated in an AMO rotation and applied to the match were successful. And then I mentioned this earlier, but we do have over 300 different rotations on our platform with 70 different subspecialties or specialties and subspecialties. We know that can be a very very big number that can be a little bit overwhelming. So that's why you will be assigned an advisor such as myself to help you navigate the entire searching process and application process. And then we have over 83 international and domestic medical school partners. And this also includes medical student organizations as well. So these are some of the universities that we're partnered with all across the globe. You might recognize a few of these. We definitely can't fit all of them on one slide, but here are just a few of our university partners. And then in addition to our university partners, we also have clinical partners as well. So these are different hospital systems and clinics across the United States that we partner with that our rotations are affiliated with. And our rotations are really all across the United States. You'll kind of see from this map, we are mostly focused on the East Coast of the United States, but we are certainly working to expand our network of clinics and hospitals that we can have rotations in. We do have a fair amount of rotations in California, but we're definitely working to add even more. I will say probably our most popular locations are going to be Miami, New York City, Chicago, and the Houston area. But again, definitely make sure you're reaching out to your advisor. We'll try to help find, if there's a particular location you're looking for. So I'm sure many of you are already aware of what the benefits of doing a rotation are. These are, again, just a really great way to build your build your resume, build your CV. just learn more about the US healthcare system. This is also a really great way to practice your medical English and learn new terminology. You know, if English is not your first language, then this is a really great way to practice. You'll also be able to earn a letter of recommendation through all of our rotations. These are granted based on merit, but you know, you should have no trouble, you know, learning or earning one of those letters of recommendation. These are also a really great way to network, not only with doctors, but with also other medical students. You might be rotating with students, you know, from your own country or from a different country across the world. And then you can also just network with other medical professionals that might be around during your rotation, you know, nurses, anyone like that. If you do plan on applying for the match, then this is a really great way to study for USMLE. So, you know, learning for the steps, especially step 2, our rotations are going to be a really valuable resource for that. And then lastly, if you are looking to earn school credit for a rotation, our rotations definitely do have that possibility. So you're going to want to speak with your advisor to make sure that you're picking rotations that are going to fulfill your school's requirements. So we offer both core and elective specialties on our website. So those core rotations are going to be family medicine, internal medicine, OB-GYN, pediatrics, psychiatry, and general surgery. And then we also have, you know, a large amount of specialties and subspecialties that don't fall into those core electives. I will say our most popular options are probably going to be cardiology and dermatology. So again, if you are looking to earn school credit, you want to make sure that you're providing your advisor with any documents that your school has. That's a requirement. Really any evaluation forms that are going to be needed. We want to make sure that the rotations we offer really are going to fulfill those needs. We don't want you to reserve a rotation and then have it, you know, not be a part of your university's requirements. So again, it's really great to connect us with schools, connect us with student organizations. We love to communicate with you all. So it really helps with kind of the smoothness of for you to be able to get the academic credit. So we, for our in-person rotations, we do offer a few different types. So I mentioned earlier, these are going to be for both medical students and medical graduates. But again, we offer those nursing, dentistry, and then also research opportunities as well. So the 2 types for medical students or graduates are going to be hands-on and observerships. So for hands-on, you're going to be able to have that direct patient interaction. You can participate in, you know, non-invasive procedures, be able to practice those clinical skills, and practice examinations as well. So if you're a current student, you are fully eligible to participate in a hands-on rotation. You know, it's kind of up to you. A lot of students might wait until their clinical years, but if you feel that you're ready as an earlier student to do a hands-on rotation, then you are absolutely allowed to do that through our platform. And then the second type of an in-person rotation is going to be an observership. So this is more of a shadowing opportunity. You'll still be able to participate in case presentation and practice diagnoses. You'll just not be able to have that physical one-on-one patient interaction. So if you're a graduate, this is typically what you would be allowed to do. And then, or if you're maybe an earlier student, you feel maybe you're not quite ready to do a hands-on rotation, then you're absolutely you know, perfectly fine with doing an observership as well. And then the kind of the third type of rotation that we offer are going to be our virtual clinical experiences. So these are really great if maybe you can't travel right now, you don't have the budget to travel. This is a really great way to still experience the United States healthcare system, but from your home. You'll still be able to earn a letter of recommendation through these rotations. These are still furthering your medical education, and you're just going to be able to learn more about telehealth and how it works in the United States. I know I see my physician sometimes through telehealth, so it's definitely an integral part of the United States healthcare system. You know, again, this is a really great way to save on cost. Maybe if you're not quite sure if you even want to pursue, you know, furthering your medical education in the United States, this is a really great way to just kind of dip your toes in and maybe learn a little bit more without having to, fully travel to the United States. We also know that sometimes getting a visa right now might be difficult. Wait times for visa appointments are kind of fluctuating a lot. There's a lot of different varying wait times. So if it happens to be a point where it's not a great time for you to get a visa, then this is still a great way to be able to do that as well. And then here's just a few more figures about our virtual rotations. So this is a really great quote from one of our wonderful preceptors, Dr. Samuel Lin. Telehealth and virtual rotations are very much established now, and they're here to stay. We are aware that telehealth might have been a little bit scary. Definitely at the beginning of the pandemic, people weren't sure how it was going to work, but it's definitely, like I said, a very integral part of the United States healthcare system. So if you do plan on applying for residency, it's still very important to have that experience as well. This is where I usually show a little bit of the website, but I do want to make sure that we have enough time to be able to ask all of our questions to Margarita. So I will just kind of quickly go through this. Creating an account is very simple. It's very straightforward, and you all should receive a link afterwards as well to be able to sign up if you have not already. So again, very simple. You confirm your email, set your password, just as you do for any other website that you sign up for. But then we really ask that you are going to set your preferred specialties and locations for your for your account, so that when you are searching on our platform, you'll be able to see any recommended programs based on your preferred specialties. And then as well as when you start speaking with your advisor, we'll be able to easily look at your profile and understand more about what you're looking for, maybe even before we even speak to you. So once you complete your profile, you'll have full access to the website and be able to explore the different programs that we offer. So again, I'm gonna just kind of really quickly go through our website just so we have enough time here. So this is our search platform when you sign up on our website. As I mentioned, you really want to make sure you fill out your profile so that you can view your suggested programs. And these will always be listed here. And then if maybe these are not exactly what you're looking for, you can search by different specialties, the state that it's located in, the city, and the rotation types. So these are the ones I mentioned earlier. So if you're a medical student or graduate, these will be what is available to you. And then you can also search by the month that you plan on applying to. And this is also a really great way to search through different types of rotations. So these are called our tags. And then you can kind of go through, and if you're looking for maybe a hospital program or a program that is a residency site, then you can easily select these here. If you're not quite sure what any of them mean, if you hover right here, that will kind of give you a quick detail about the rotations itself. So let me just click into one of these rotations and just kind of give you a little bit of a background of what each program might look like. So for each rotation, you'll be able to see if it's an inpatient or an outpatient rotation. So this one is a fully inpatient rotation. It does take place in a hospital. Then you'll be able to select the type. So for this one, only observerships are available. So that's what you would select here. And then the date that you plan on attending a rotation. And then if you scroll down here, you'll be able to see any academic affiliations or hospital affiliations that the physician has. And then as well as just kind of brief expectations that you'll have during your rotation. If you need any further information, again, please reach out to your advisor and we'll work with our programs team to help you out with any questions that you have. If there's any additional requirements, then those will be listed here. And then as well as a schedule. I will say most of our rotations follow a general 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or a 9 a.m. to a 5 p.m. schedule, but it can fluctuate a little bit. So make sure you're just checking that out here, as well as the location of the rotation. So you can scroll out and scroll in pretty far to be able to see the location of it. And then you'll also be able to see any reviews that we've had on this program from past visitors. And then creating an application is honestly very simple. So once you select the observership and the dates that you're looking for, you're just going to click apply now. Anytime you create an application, your advisor will be notified. So we'll reach out to you and let you know if there's any further documents that we need from you. Once you are ready to book your rotation, to make your reservation for the rotation, it's going to be an $899 reservation payment. And then the remaining balance is due about 30 days before your rotation begins. So you definitely don't have to make a full payment all at once. So again, I know this is really quick, but if you have any questions about our website, feel free to put those in the chat and I can definitely answer those later too. So let me hop back over to our presentation. All right, so I've already mentioned the advisors a lot. So this is my really lovely team here. So our whole job is to be able to make program recommendations to you, discuss your educational goals. We really want to make sure whatever rotation you decide to reserve is going to fulfill your needs or your school needs. Really, we just want to further your medical education, honestly. So we want to make sure that we're picking out the correct rotations for you. So after you reserve a rotation, you're going to be assigned an AMO coach. And so they're going to help you with the enrollment process. So that would be any documents that we need. They're going to help you find accommodation. Typically we do recommend individuals book an Airbnb or some kind of other similar short-term rental. But if you have any questions about that, your coach will be able to assist. They'll also host an orientation for you, and then they'll also be able to provide visa support. So through AMO, we can provide an invitation letter for a B1, B2 visa. And to be able to receive that letter, you just have to reserve a rotation. If you're a student, we'll need a authorization letter from your school. And if you've graduated, then a copy of your diploma. And then once you have your visa appointment date scheduled, then we'll be able to get that letter over to you. So to enroll in the rotation, these are the documents that we'll need. So you'll need a CV, resume, immunization form will be required if you're doing an in-person rotation. And then also health insurance. So you'll need traveler's insurance if you plan on coming to the United States. You'll need valid health insurance during the duration of your rotation. A valid passport, a visa, and then a dean's letter or diploma, depending on your academic status. And then also HIPAA agreements will be needed, and then proof of English proficiency. If you haven't taken TOEFL or any other English exam, that's okay. We can schedule a call with an advisor or one of the other AMO colleagues, and we can just do a brief English proficiency call to make sure that you're all set to participate. And then again, here are just a few of our facts about letters of recommendation. These are going to be absolutely essential if you plan on applying for US residency, but you can also use the letters of recommendation for other things as well. It doesn't have to be for the match. So these are granted based on merit. So as long as you are showing up to your rotation, learning and growing as a medical professional, then you should have really no problem asking your preceptor for a letter of recommendation. Right, and then I mentioned this earlier, but this is our AMO 2022 match rate. So we did have an 80.6% match rate, and that's compared to about 62% for US citizen IMGs and then non-US citizen IMGs. All right, and then we're going to hear about Margarita's experience. So I'm just going to quickly go over these. And yeah, so really, what I just want you all to know about this is we really highly recommend that you are able to schedule a call with an advisor. It's free to speak to us. It's free to have calls with us. It's free to email us. It's free to attend these webinars. So we really just want to make sure that you're all staying informed about our rotations. And then also making sure you're checking out visa wait times. We typically recommend, planning and reserving a rotation about 4 to 6 months ahead of time if you don't have a visa, just so you are able to have enough time to get to your appointment and then get that visa back if it's approved. All right, so again, we have plenty of time to do a Q&A session with Margarita. So I am going to just see if we had any questions come in throughout the rotation. And then if not, Margarita, I have plenty of questions for you. So I am going to stop sharing my screen and then we can go into the Q&A session.
Okay, Claire?
Yeah.
There's one question in here that says, are LORs personalized?
Yes, so they are going to be personalized letters of recommendation. And again, you can speak with that about or with your preceptor, but yes, those are going to be personalized. Perfect. All right. All right. Well, Margarita, thank you so much for joining. We're really glad to have you. And if we want, Wilmer, I don't know if you had any questions, but if not, I can, or if you guys want to go for it, whatever you would like to do.
All right. Hi, Claire.
Hi.
Thanks for joining. And I'm going to do the rest of the presentation in Spanish, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alrighty. So, hola, buenas noches a todos los que nos acompañan. Gracias, Insma, por organizar este evento. And thank you, Claire, for joining and representing AMOpportunities. Bueno, me presento. Mi nombre es Margarita Calderón. Actualmente soy una estudiante de cuarto año de medicina en la Universidad Católica. Como ya saben, hoy les vengo a hablar sobre las pasantías en Estados Unidos y espero dejarles un mensaje a través de mi experiencia que nunca abandonen sus sueños y siempre sueñen en grande. Ok, Wilmer, la siguiente diapositiva. Ok, les quiero compartir el inicio, el desarrollo y el desarrollo de todo este recorrido, porque ha sido todo un recorrido. Siguiente diapositiva. Todo inició por una pequeña idea, que fue graduarme, que fue antes de que yo me graduara del colegio a los 18 años. Yo quería irme a estudiar al extranjero, pero sabía que medicina era una carrera muy cara en otro país, así que me matriculé en otra carrera y apliqué a una universidad en otro país. Me habían aceptado, estaba por empezar las clases, pero algo muy fuerte ocurrió en mi vida 2 meses antes de irme y decidí no empezar ese semestre y empezar a estudiar en Honduras. Así que me cambié a medicina y fue aquí donde esta idea se convirtió en un sueño que para mí se miraba muy lejano. Siguiente diapositiva. Ajá, siguiente. Pasaron los primeros años de medicina y cada vez más estaba decidida que me apasionaba la medicina. Ya que yo no podía hacer voluntariados en otros países, empecé haciendo voluntariados y pasantías en un hospital aquí en Honduras, en el Hospital San Francisco en Juticalpa. Estoy súper agradecida porque gracias a ellos esta experiencia me inspiró tanto, me motivó tanto, que yo comencé a investigar sobre oportunidades o formas de ir a hacer voluntariados o pasantías en otros lugares. Y yo dije, no me voy a rendir. Gracias a la virtualidad, yo tuve la oportunidad de poder estar estudiando y trabajando a la vez. Entonces, fueron, fue, fueron 3 meses donde yo me estuve esforzando bastante y donde fue un periodo extremadamente cansado, pero yo tenía metas por cumplir, así que estaba decidida a seguir eh, sacrificándome y trabajar y estudiar. Yo no sentía como que era una carga para mí porque yo sabía que quería cumplir esa meta. Entonces yo seguí. Cuando yo ya había cumplido mi meta monetaria, fue cuando comencé a buscar y encontré AMOpportunities, que como ya escucharon, esta es una organización donde tanto estudiantes de medicina como enfermeros o médicos ya graduados pueden tener la oportunidad de estar en un hospital en Estados Unidos con un profesor reconocido o médicos especialistas. Desde que yo me inscribí, yo tuve un asesor que él me ayudó a elegir la pasantía que más estaba inclinada am, al nivel que yo debería de estar, como la pasantía adecuada para mí. Siguiente diapositiva. Para hacer una pasantía, siguiente diapositiva. Ahí. Para hacer una pasantía como con EMO, como les mencionaba, solo les voy a dar como un resumen. Tenemos que cumplir con ciertos requisitos, como demostrar que estás activo en el área de salud o si sos un estudiante de medicina, presentar, en mi caso presenté un historial académico, saber inglés. Cuando yo fui aceptada, empecé todo el proceso de inscripción junto con mi coach, que toma bastante tiempo. Entonces, si ustedes están planeando en hacer una pasantía para diciembre, yo empecé justamente en agosto, creo que fue, eh, el proceso de inscripción y me tomó creo que como 2 meses terminarlo, porque dentro de estos requisitos hay unos que son los más importantes y los que más toman tiempo, como tener firmado por un médico un formato que la organización te da, que vos haces constar, que el doctor hace constar que tenés todo el esquema de vacunación que te piden y algunas pruebas de anticuerpo, una carta de tu DIN, que es como una constancia del decano, diciendo que vos estás estudiando medicina. Se necesita el seguro internacional. En mi caso, uno de mis coach me mandó un link de seguros que el costo no fue mucho, la verdad. Tu CV, TOEFL, pasaporte y visa. Como dijo Claire, en el caso de no tener una visa, ellos en el contrato te explican que te ayudan con una carta con una invitación a la embajada. No te confirman al 100% que te la van a dar, pero sí que la mayoría de los estudiantes se la dan. Eh, Al completar todos los documentos que se necesitan, terminas el pago. Eh, Primero pagas cierta cantidad y luego para reservar tu cupo y luego cuando ya tienes todos tus documentos pagas todo. El pago de estas pasantías van a depender del área y la modalidad que las elijan. El hospedaje no va incluido, ni el boleto de avión, pero ellos te pueden sugerir lugares donde mejor te salga. Y eh, al momento que vos ya terminas el pago, tu coach se debe asegurar que ya tenés un hospedaje o una vivienda antes de que ya se acerque tu pasantía. Bueno, ahora les hablo un poco de mi experiencia. En mi caso, siguiente diapositiva. Bueno, en mi caso fue medicina interna en Nueva York. Fue hands-on, que es estar en contacto con los pacientes junto con el especialista. Fue más que todo clínico. Me hospedé de donde un amigo y todos los días yo tomaba el subway para ir al hospital, eh, el transporte público. Pagué una MetroCard que es como pagar un mes, viajes ilimitados, por decir así, y me aprendí todas las rutas, los números de tren y calles para poder llegar. Fue una experiencia divertida y diferente porque Nueva York es una ciudad tan diversa que cada día aprendí algo nuevo. Al ir a hacer esta pasantía en otro país, me di cuenta que no solo es la experiencia y el conocimiento médico que hace que valga la pena, sino que los recuerdos que nos deja y las personas que conocemos. Bueno, siguiente diapositiva. El primer día de mi rotación fue cuando yo conocí al doctor, un especialista quien forma parte de la Asociación de Médicos Internos de América y también un profesor de una universidad en Nueva York, en conjunto con un gran hospital se llama Lenox Hill. En su clínica todos los días nos acompañaban una asistente, dos asistentes médicas y la secretaria. Al llegar, el doctor me explicó cómo iba a ser la dinámica y era el paciente primero pasaba conmigo si era nuevo paciente, yo le tenía que hacer una historia clínica y si era paciente conocido, hacer lo máximo posible para interrogarlo y poder hacerme la idea o un posible diagnóstico. Me daba 5 minutos para, para hacer todo esto. Em, Luego yo pasaba con el doctor y el paciente y el primer día no, pero los siguientes días él ya me dejaba hacer un examen físico, si habían procedimientos, dale a la siguiente diapositiva, por favor, me dejaba como poner vacunas, eh, hacer tomas de sangre, em, incluso me enseñó a hacer un lavado de oído. Como están viendo aquí esta pantalla, ese es un cardiometabolic score que era donde nosotros le estábamos haciendo un examen al paciente y ahí nosotros podíamos ver la presión arterial, el el ritmo cardíaco, le podíamos ver ¿qué más le podíamos? Cómo estaba el paciente, si era una persona activa, si era una persona que no hacía mucho ejercicio y mirábamos como que si había algún problema con él, más que todo, o si estaba en riesgo de algo. Entonces, esos son algunos de los procedimientos que pude hacer. Para mí todo esto era algo nuevo porque yo aún no había llevado ni semio, pero mis voluntariados pasados aquí en Honduras fueron los que me ayudaron a mí a poder tener esa valentía de interrogar pacientes y estar en contacto con ellos. Yo le fui honesta al doctor y le dije que no había visto que no era que no estaba familiarizada. Entonces él, en la dinámica que teníamos era de que después de ver un paciente, yo me iba como a un cubículo que él tenía al lado, una oficina, y yo leía la enfermedad del paciente que acababa de ver, la leía del libro de Harrison, hacía mis anotaciones y si tenía preguntas o dudas, yo después, al final del día, iba y hablaba con él y él me explicaba todo. Siguiente diapositiva. Mi horario era de lunes a viernes, de 8 a.m. hasta las 4. Los sábados el doctor hacía ultrasonidos, pero era decisión mía si yo quería ir o no. Estaba tan inspirada y esta rotación me inspiró tanto que yo aproveché todos los lugares que tenía la ciudad donde yo podía ir a estudiar. Que al salir de esta rotación yo me iba para la biblioteca pública y no sé ustedes, pero yo sentía que había cumplido algo tan grande que estaba con tanta hambre de seguir indagando en todos estos temas que yo miraba, que yo me iba y me metía al libro de Harrison y lo pasaba leyendo, ¿ok? Si le estaba entendiendo y yo le escribía las preguntas que le iba a hacer al doctor el día siguiente. Eh, Son todos estos momentos donde yo me di cuenta que es el momento indicado para expandir culturas, amistades y experiencias. Aproveché tanto la oportunidad que estaba allá que decidí no solo quedarme como que am, con la experiencia de solo voy a conocer estos lugares o solo voy a conocer estas personas, sino que yo buscaba como que estas universidades como Ivy Leagues, como NYU o Columbia, donde cómo poder estar en contacto con personas que están en estos niveles. Entonces yo me di cuenta que en NYU estaban en semana de exámenes y su biblioteca estaba abierta a las 24 horas. Entonces me inscribí en un link para tener acceso a la biblioteca. Y cuando cerraban la biblioteca pública de Nueva York, yo tomaba un subway que quedaba como a 15 paradas de distancia, más o menos, como 20 minutos, y me iba para la biblioteca. fue tanta las ganas que yo quise superarme o conocer más y aprender a hacer historia clínica o aprender más de temas que mirábamos todos los días con el doctor, que el último día que yo terminé, el doctor me felicitó porque vio cómo llegué con casi cero de conocimiento a el último día, la última semana ya tener la facilidad de hablarle a los pacientes, hacerlo en el tiempo que él me había dicho, porque al principio no lo hacía, y tener esa confianza también de poder ya eh, expresarme con el doctor y con el paciente. Miraba tan lejano todo esto, pero por eso al principio les dije que espero que esto les sirva para que siempre sueñen en grande y no dejen de soñar. Creo que hay otra diapositiva. Bueno, eh, ¿qué me quedo con esta experiencia y qué me gustaría compartirles todavía? Es que si yo antes daba mi 50% o lo que yo creía que era mi 100, pero daba un 50, desde entonces empecé a dar más. Se me hizo un hábito ir a la biblioteca casi todos los días. Eh, Se me hizo un hábito el no quedarme solo con lo que vi en clase, sino que buscar artículos y videos o cualquier otro recurso para aprender algo nuevo. Y también lo que más agradezco de toda esta experiencia es que me encontré a mí misma y me di cuenta que cuando nos proponemos algo y de verdad perseveramos y no nos rendimos, lo vamos a cumplir. También, aunque a veces nosotros nos proponemos metas y no se dan, uno no entiende, pero el tiempo de Dios es el indicado y hasta después entendemos por qué no se había dado antes, porque se da después. Tal vez algo mejor les está esperando. Y todo, absolutamente todo pasa por algo. Toda persona que llega a su vida les va a dejar un rastro y nunca crean cuando alguien les dice que no pueden, porque gracias a todas estas formas de pensar que tengo ahora, tengo conexiones con médicos especialistas de uno de los mejores hospitales de Nueva York. Gracias a esta rotación conocí Brainterns, que somos un grupo de estudiantes de medicina de todo el mundo, que tenemos a nuestros mentores de Lenox Hill. Y espero que mi experiencia les sirva a no rendirse y trabajar duro por lo que más quieren, a que estén en grande y que siempre busquen, porque ahí afuera hay muchas oportunidades. No dejen ir ese sueño, átenlo, make it happen. Por muy lejos que algo se vea, no se rindan, sigan hasta llegar a la meta. Y los dejo con esta frase de Isaac Newton, que es: si he logrado ver más lejos, ha sido porque he subido a un brote gigantes. Gracias. Si tienen preguntas, dudas.
I'm going to switch to English really quick. Yeah, if there's any questions, feel free to put them in the chat or in the Q&A section. Obviously, they can be in Spanish, in English, whichever is easiest. But yeah, any questions, more than happy. Margarita's more than happy to answer. I can answer any questions as well. So we have plenty of time if anyone has any questions. I am. I'm just going to stop the recording. So if you are watching the recording of this, thank you for joining. But I am just going to stop the recording. And then if anyone has any further questions, then we can definitely continue with those.